Andrew Sluter here, pastor of Bible Baptist Church in Asheville, North Carolina, and I'm doing a video tonight showing you all the Bible verses that prove that the earth is flat. And here they are. Are you ready? Okay. Here are all the Bible verses that say the earth is flat. All right, I'm done. There are no Bible verses proving the earth is flat. That is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Well, let's go through and see what exactly does the Bible say. Does the Bible say the earth is flat? No. In fact, the Bible says something absolutely contrary to that thought or notion. In case you're late to the party, let me bring you up to speed on what all this flat earth stuff is about. In recent years, there's been a growing number of people who have begun to teach that the earth is flat, just like they did in the Dark Ages. Unfortunately, a growing number of Christians are latching on to this idea, and they're going to the Bible to try to prove that the earth is indeed flat, and it's all a big cover-up, and the government is keeping us from knowing what's the truth, what's really out there, and the truth behind the flat earth. So, let me just give you some details about what exactly they believe. I have my own flat earth here. I used crayon because I thought that was appropriate for flat earthers. But I have a flat earth here, and what they teach is that the North Pole is in the center of this flat disc-shaped earth. And all across spreading across the world, or the earth there, is the continents. And on the outer rim of the earth is the continent of Antarctica, which is really just a huge ice wall that keeps all the oceans from falling out and pouring out into the bottomless, vast universe of nothingness. And if you think I'm making this up, just look on the Flat Earth Society. I got all my information from there. So not only do they think that the earth is flat, that the North Pole's in the middle, and Antarctica is just a big ice wall around it, but they also teach that the earth is covered by a big dome, as they describe it, like a snow globe. And inside this dome, the sun and the moon circle one another, circle the earth, and when the sun's over here, it's daytime on this side of the earth, and when the sun's over here, it's daytime on this side of the earth, and the moon doesn't really reflect the sun. It's its own light source that just doesn't have enough light to properly light the sky, and so that's why we have day and night. It's just the moon and the sun going in a big circle. Now, in case you think I'm lying about that, go look it up on the Flat Earth Society. So let's see what the Bible does say about this snow globe dome that's over the earth. Let's go to where they get this idea that there's somehow a snow globe dome over the earth. Genesis chapter 1 and verse number 14. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven, to give light upon the earth." And so it was. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, and God set them in the firmament, verse 17, of the heaven to give light upon the earth. So wait a second. So the flat earthers teach that in this dome, the sun and the moon rotate, and they're inside the dome. But I want you to notice, and they call the firmament, they say the firmament there is this dome. But I want you to notice something. It says he made the stars also, verse 16, and then verse 17, and God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light to give light upon the earth. So I'm not real smart, but I do know that scientists say that there are about 2 trillion stars for each person on the earth. Well, there are about 7.5 billion people on the earth. So that means that 7.5 billion, each one of those has 2 trillion stars, and that's just the ones that we know about. And you're going to tell me that all of those stars, 7.5 billion times 2 trillion, fit in the snow globe above the earth? Right. Now let's move along. They also say this. They say that Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 22, which Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 22 says this. It says, It is he that sitteth upon the circle of the earth, and the inhabitants thereof are as grasshoppers, that stretcheth out the heavens as a curtain, and spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. They say that the word circle there simply denotes that the earth is a circle. But I want you to listen to what what the Webster's Dictionary of 1828 says. And this is the dictionary that's compatible with the King James Bible. It says this: in popular use, the line that comprehends the figure, the plane or surface comprehended, and the whole body or solid matter of a round substance are denominated a circle. A ring, an orb, the earth. That is the definition of circle in the Webster's 1828 dictionary. So I ask you, does circle just simply denote that the earth is flat, and here's a proof verse that the earth is flat? Or does it mean that the Lord is sitting on the, watch it now, circle of the earth? I'll let you decide. One of the other reasons, though, that the earth can't be a flat piece of dirt with a dome over it is because Jesus says in Matthew chapter 12 and verse 40 that as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the whale, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Now I ask you, how could there be a heart of the earth when it's flat? The Bible says that hell is in the center of the earth. Doesn't seem like we could fit much of a hell in the center of the earth. The heart of the earth indicates that there is a sphere, a globe, with something in the middle. Very clear, very plain, but somehow they still miss it. Now I want us to go to one of their favorite places and one of the biggest proof verses that they have. Revelation chapter 7 and verse number 1. The Bible says here, and these things I saw after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And they'll say, there you go, the 4 corners of the earth. That proves that the world is flat. There are corners. Well, wait a second. I only have one question for that. Where are the corners on a circle? Guys, it's very plain. It's very clear. The earth is not flat. We have pictures, which they say have been doctored by NASA. But I have to beg the question. Are you telling me that there is such a huge government cover-up of saying that the earth is a sphere, that you've got born-again Christians who went into space, several of them, that they are lying about the earth being round and that the earth is actually just flat? Even though these men say that their space journeys taught them to be closer to God and furthered them even more from the theory of evolution. And then they're going to spend their entire lives lying about that experience? No, I'm not that dumb, and I refuse to be that naive. I hope this clears up the fact or the problem with the flat earth. It's not true. I'm sure this solves nothing for some people, but hopefully it'll help you understand a little bit better that the Bible nowhere teaches that the earth is flat. Hope you have a wonderful night, and God bless you.